social change, much of which I completely embrace. And I'm not going to sit here and defend anything that even whiffs of racism, sexism, or anything like that. But the kind of radical, zealous nature of debate these days about whether it's veganism or gender fluidity or whatever it may be has also got completely out of hand, where people are not allowed to debate it, you're not allowed to have a conversation. You're not allowed to actually say, well, hang on a second, what about the repercussions of this? If one tribe decides that you're wrong, you have to be cancelled, taken off the airways, you have to be destroyed, your lives ruined, because somebody has decided they don't agree with you. And it's not about things which are genuinely, properly unacceptable and defensive. Often it's about stuff where someone's just decided they find something offensive. And we've got to somehow get back, I think, to a world where we can have proper conversation and debate again. And that's what we try and do on Good Morning Britain. I don't assume I'm right about everything. I mean,
but
I can be proven wrong, but I'm certainly prepared to have someone in front of me and respect their opinion and listen to the argument and be persuaded. We have got to get back to that, I think, and I think that the gathering here with so much collective power on the airways, we've got to encourage that. Because otherwise, where do we go? We go to a place where Twitter wakes up after the referendum and Trump's election, and they go, well, how the fuck did that happen? Everyone on my Twitter feed agrees with me. But the Twitter feed is not the public. The public is a mass group of people, most of whom are not on Twitter. So anyway, that's where the world's gone nuts idea came from. And I think it's a problem.
And do you think that problem, and you've mentioned this certainly a lot on air, is in fact down to the snowflake generation? You've brought the snowflake term onto GMB quite a bit, in fact, and you'll be honest and say that there's an annoyance, but also a bit of a delight in that generation. But do you think they're part of the problem? Is there?
Well, as a father of 4 kids, I think we've just gone ridiculously soft. I think we're now breeding a generation who are encouraged to think there's no such thing as a loss. You know, in schools now, you can't not win. You get a participation prize. Everyone's a winner. But the real world, as we all know, is not like that. The real world is about winning and losing. Everyone in this room has won and lost. Business deals, TV shows, some work, some don't. You have to go through failure, I think, to be any good. You know, I've learned far more from failure than I've ever done from success. What are we doing when all our kids just win all the time? Well, think they do. They come 25th in a race and they get a medal. Why? Why do we give them a medal? I don't give my kids a medal when they come 25th. I go, what the hell did you come 25th? And I think, again, we've got to get back to a more competitive spirit. The snowflake generation, they hate being called snowflakes. Of course they do. They hate everything. And they're frightened by everything, and they're offended by everything, and they're sort of, you know, anxiety rates are going through the roof. And the reason is because they've had it so easy. Let's be completely clear about life today. In recorded history of planet Earth, it's never been a safer time to be alive. There are fewer wars than in recorded history. People are living longer than in recorded history, and they are living in a healthier way than in recorded history. There is less poverty than in recorded history. On almost every single box you would want to tick, which should make you feel happy about life, is ticked. This is the best time, statistically, to ever be alive. Yet, if you talk to the younger generation, this is the worst time every minute of their lives to ever exist. And they have anxiety about absolutely everything. And partly that is down to the way we, in my opinion, are educating them. We are just going soft. And it's a global thing, and I don't know who wins here. No, the kids don't win. They get covered in cotton wool, and they come out the other end, and they go, well, hang on, the real world seems awful. Well, it would do, wouldn't it?
But there are lots
if you get a show that gets, 20,000 viewers and gets cancelled, no one gives you a participation prize. You get